Hello YouTube, it's Ernesto Rivera again, back at the layout, this time with a product review from Bachmann. This is the ALC 42, or commonly known as the Siemans charger. And this is probably the hottest release of this year. It's just by far, and I know this is probably going to be a very debatable topic, but I think that this might be the most beautiful looking paint job I've ever seen on any locomotive that I've ever seen. And I know that's very highly debatable, but we're gonna go dive right in. Guys, I gotta show you some of these features. You're gonna love it. So let's go take a closer look. All right, so now we're taking a look at the 50th anniversary version. This is the Amtrak Siemens Charger 301, which is painted for the actual livery that they used when they first began operation back in 1971. So this is to commemorate the beginning, or the very start of Amtrak. And it's nice that they reproduced this one, and it fits this engine so beautifully. So we're going to take a look at the Phase 6 version, and I'm going to let you see why I think it's probably the most beautiful engine, and we're going to go take a look at the close detail and everything. So let's take a look at the Phase 6 version. Alright, so now we're taking a look here on the left side of the Phase 6 paint scheme. This is absolutely beautiful. I think that they've done a phenomenal job at just the colors and just the way it looks. The lines on this engine, the way it flows is beautiful. And one of the things that they did with the corridor interior lights they have here, it's beautiful, and it's unlike something you expect from a Bachmann, because even this engine has full cab interior detail and grab irons. We're going to take a closer look at this, but I just want to give you guys a close look of why I think this is the most beautiful paint scheme I've ever seen on an engine. I know that's very debatable topic, but I mean, just look at it. It's just absolutely stunning to look at. We're going to take a look at number 305 from the rear, and we'll see how that looks. When we're taking a look here at number 305, you're going to see in the rear of the engine there's also rear marker lights in this engine. That's one of the things that Bachmann did when they were working with Wow Sound. A lot of depending on the direction you're going, I'm going to show you in the operation, the lights, the ditch lights and the red marker lights will change accordingly to whatever direction you're going, and that's really nice on this engine. Again, they put a nice touch on it. One of those features was part of the Athearn Genesis line when they released the P42s, that they added direction, and that's always something that in the past you always had to add in yourself to get those lights working. But now we're seeing more Amtrak engines come out with the sound, and they have the prototypical lighting direction. It's very nice. So I definitely give Bachmann and obviously the Wow Sound all the credit for doing this fine detail on this engine. Alright, so we're taking a look at the left front of the engine, and you can see the flag detail, the mirror on the side here. There's grab irons, there's a cab interior, you got the step ladder to get inside the cab, the handles on the door, and look at the trucks too. Look at the detail on the trucks and the grill, and at the ice skate antennas on top of the engine. It's just exquisite. Just the paint. I just absolutely love the paint job on this. And you see how the red and the white flows on top of the roof line? It's just great. It's just amazing. Let's go look down the rest of the side of the engine, and we'll take a look at how it looks. Again, more credit to Bachmann for doing a great job on this. Look how crisp the Amtrak logo is. Again, it's very similar to the Phase 5 logo. I don't think much has changed. I guess the font size has changed, obviously. You can see how it looks a lot bigger, but the details there, and look at the fuel tank, everything on the bottom there, it's just absolutely beautiful. And then the corridor, oh my goodness, the detail on that, it's 3D. It's not like it's just flat up against there. You can see that there's some depth behind there, and it's really, really beautiful how they put that behind there and illuminate it. You can also turn off the lights if you don't want them on in the corridor lights. There are lighting functions in this engine that give you full control over what lights you want on. So that's really nice. A nice touch they did there. So we're taking a look at the left rear of the engine. Again, you can see the truck detail And look at the handrails. The handrails are really nice. Also, there's also ice skate antennas on top of the roof line in here. We'll show you some more detail on the overhead. Again, very nice job from Bachmann. Again, this is really a beautiful engine. One thing to note on some of their previous releases, I know the Amtrak Surfliner and the Amtrak Midwest, they had a flashing strobe. These three do not have a flashing strobe on top of the roof. And as I looked at the prototype photos, they don't actually have it in real life. So that's actually something they actually got right. Even though in the owner's manual, you will see that there's a function to turn the flashing strobe on, but these do not have it. So just keep that in mind. But and also one last thing I had to do when I got these, I had to get rid of those Bachmann couplers. They were terrible. So I just put KD number 58s on here, and they look really good. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at number 301. So we're taking a look here at the rear of number 301. You can see same kind of detail as we saw on number 300. It's just on that crisp black. It's really nice that they did on this engine. It's a really nice look. Let's go take a look on the side of the engine. So here we're taking a look at the center of the engine and the side. It just looks really nice with this really old school Amtrak logo. It just fits. Everything in this engine just fits, and they did a great job with it. Those corridor lights, they look amazing, but the detail inside the corridor behind there, it's just really nice. I mean, it's one of the I guess distinct features of this engine that basically tells it apart. But it's really nice. I mean, Amtrak fans, you guys have got a treat right here. You're in for a real one, and this is a really nice looking engine. I guess the hardest choice about this engine is deciding which one to pick, and I had to get all three because I love them all. So they're not bad. The only issue I have with this engine is it's a little bit pricey when you consider a Bachmann, but it's almost at $280. So that's a little bit on the high side, but that's typically now the going price of these engines now. So yeah, while it might seem high for a Bachmann, that's what we're going to be paying for roughly from now on. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front. That's the only downside, but this engine's too beautiful. Let's just take a look at the front of it. So now we're taking a look at the front. You can see obviously the same detail with the mirror and the grab irons, and it's just really nice. It's just the handrails, the step ladder is really nicely done. I think this detail on this engine is just absolutely beautiful in so many ways. I loved what they've done so far, and it's just gorgeous. I have to say, I don't know what else to say about this engine except for it's just really nicely done on Bachmann's job right there. They just did a good job. And looking at the flag's actually lower than it was on the phase 6 scheme. So really nice job that they did here. So let's go ahead and take a look at the front, and we'll see how that looks. So now we're taking a look at the front of the engine. You can see that even on the 50th anniversary version, the paint job, it's really nice how it flows with the front of the design of this engine. Again, I swapped out the coupler for the KD, but anyway, you can see that the MU hoses are present on the engine, and then the lights, the functioning ditch lights and everything that's on this engine is really nice. Cabin interior, windshield wipers. You can see how the mirrors, the simply applied mirrors on the side of the engine. Very nice detail overall. I mean, again, this is very high quality for a Bachmann. So let's go take a look at the phase 6 version in front, and you'll see why I say it's so beautiful. Like, it's just amazing looking. Like, this is so beautiful. I don't know how they came up with this design and how they did it and managed to get it to work, but I tell you right now, it looks so gorgeous. I mean, look at that. I mean, if that is not the most beautiful engine you've ever seen, or paint job on an engine, I don't know what else to say. I mean, the lines on this, the way the white flows along the front to the side, is just unbelievable. The red contrast with the black, and this blue, it's so exquisite. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way this engine is painted and the way it looks. It's just amazing. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm speechless. So Anyway, I mean, again, you got the same detail up front, the MU hoses and the snow plow. It's very nice. All the separately applied parts and mirrors, you can see, I mean, just like the 50th anniversary, but this one here, I like the 50th anniversary, but the Phase 6 is just, it's a real looker. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know what else to say. But let's go ahead and take a look at the rear of the 50th anniversary and the Phase 6 version. Now taking a look here at the Phase 6 version, again, with this paint job, and what's really nice about it is that you have the red, the blue, the white that streamlines along the engine, but then in the back you get this silver, and it's like it really brings back that that old F40 PH type of silver with the Amtrak, and that's what I like about it. They kept that with this engine, and even though it's a lot more blue than we're used to seeing on the older Amtraks as we grew up in the 80s and in the 90s, but they still kept that silver, and you'll see when you're pulling like the passenger cars, how the passenger cars are silver. It just the contrast of the silver towards the end of the engine, you'll see it just looks really nice. It's just unbelievable how they did this. Anyway, enough about the paint job. We're going to talk about the grab irons and the separately applied grab irons towards the rear. We got the MU hoses and the cables in the back, and functioning marker lights also. So we're going to take a look at that when we go through operation. So let's take a look at the 50th anniversary version, and we'll get a better look at that one too. So now we're taking a look at number 301, and here's what I was talking about with the lights when you change direction. So if I put the engine in reverse, the lights go out, and then if I put it in forward direction and turn it back on. So whatever direction you're operating in, the lights will correspond in that direction. So that's a really nice touch they put on this. So again, that's one of the things that you get with this Wow Sound engine. It's really nice though. I mean, all the details here, and again, they're separately applied parts. Not something you normally see from a Bachmann, but it's very nice. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the overhead view. I'll show you the top detail and let you see more before we go into operation. So now we're taking a look here at the top of the 50th anniversary version. You can see all the detail on top where the air conditioning unit is, and then you look at the horn detail, the exhaust stack, which is not really hollowed out. It's not, the roof detail is not as, let's say, as detailed as a scale trains engine, but for a Bachmann, I mean, again, it's very good. Kind of like the way the old Athearn P42s were. Just good overall detail. It's not like a rivet counter, so just, it's not that bad. But that's what a Siemens Charger typically has. It's going to have this kind of detail on top of the roof. Let's go ahead and take a look at the rear of it. So now taking a look at the Phase 6 version, you can see this is what I was talking about a little bit about the fan blades on top. You can see it just a little bit. It's not as detailed, but it is present, a little bit on the flat side. But that's how this engine typically is. You're not going to see that much depth in detail. But again, a lot of the fan grills are not exactly see-through. This is not your typical freight locomotive, but it's really nice overall detail. Something you wouldn't typically expect from Bachmann, but we've seen other companies with this price point put in a lot more detail, but it's still very nice, and I like this. Some of the separately applied parts, like the ice skate antennas, are really nice too. So let's go ahead and go into operation, and let's hear what this Wow Sound engine sounds like. So there you have it. That's the Bachmann Siemens Charger ALC 42. I think this is probably one of the best looking engines I've seen. So again, if you guys want to get these, go to Train World. I'm going to leave a link in the description. They're the best place to get your pre-orders. That's where I go to get my pre-orders, and always get them and never have an issue with them. Do keep in mind that these engines are sold out at Bachmann, and so whatever retailer you can possibly find these, I would say get them as soon as you can. This is just an absolute beautiful engine. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one is your favorite and which one would you get if you were going to get one. Also, let me know, get in that comment section, let me know if you think these engines are the most beautiful paint schemes you've ever seen, or they're just too loud, too bright in color. Let me know what you think. It's not, I know some of you old school Amtrak fans, you like the old school paint schemes better. I like them all, to be honest with you, but I think this one takes the cake as far as its beauties. It's just so beautiful. So don't forget, guys, thumbs up the video, right? Get in there, get in that comment section, share it if you have to, and go get yourself one of these. I know you Amtrak fans out there, especially you modern guys, you're gonna love this one. It's a real treat. And hey, look, it's the holidays. Go get yourself one and enjoy it. So until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.